Good afternoon, everyone. It's Anifa Menon from hearthealthbrainhealth.com, encouraging healthy grieving and mindful actions. Today, I hope you like my slightly different view for you, and I'm definitely in a different location, and points for anyone who knows where I am, and you can rate it just under this YouTube channel. But today, I thought I would talk to you about measurement and the senses. So the senses and measurement, oftentimes people don't look at these things together, and you know that in Vedic or spiritual sciences, we can see that these two are actually very linked. Now, when I say this to you, you might think, I don't really think so. I think they're very different things. So today I thought I'd start with a quotation by Swami Vivekananda, and he says, "Truth does not pay homage to any society, ancient or modern. Society has to pay homage to truth or die." And you think, wow, we're talking about measurement and we're talking about truth and death. And the fact is, a lot of these things are very interconnected, or all of these things are very interconnected. So you might know, of course, I'm in a different location, and a lot of times people think that, oh, this is true here but not there, and this is true for these people and not those people. And you know that a lot of my videos, I talk about the sameness of all of us. And so even though I'm in a different environment, it's the same. And when we look at Vedic study, and again spiritual study in general, oftentimes we can learn that there's these different aspects of a human. There could be the body level, the mind level, the intellect level, and then there's something beyond that. And it's interesting that one needs to go through to that intellect level, because if we think about the body level, we think about, I need to eat, I need to sleep, I need to have company. It could be intimacy, or it could be just company in terms of physical. Someone is around me, or something is around me, or life is around me. And then there's this intellectual, I need this because, or I am this because of whatever. I am this because this is the culture I was born into. I am this because of the place that I live. I am this because it's part of the community. This is my profession. And we've got all of these intellectual understandings and reasoning, which can be true, but is also limiting, because the intellect is kind of the highest aspect of our mind, yet it's still our mind, and there is something beyond the mind. So I thought this was the perfect next quote. It says, "Intellect is the power tool of our separateness. The intuitive, compassionate heart is the doorway to our unity." Intuitive, compassionate heart. And you know, I speak about heart health, brain health, and these are very much connected for sure. But if we think about the intellect is the one that compares and measures between me and you. So a person might say, oh, I'm not like this person because I don't speak English as well as this person. And someone in Bali might think that. Another person here might think, oh, I don't speak other languages, and this person speaks other languages. Or I have connections in this part of the world, but I don't have connections in this part of the world. Or I feel confident in this, but I don't feel confident in the things that this person is doing. So we think about all of these things as measurement. And when we measure, you can see that this is all related to our senses. So someone might look at another person and say, oh, someone might look at me right now and say, oh, I've got short hair, she's got long hair. And then that will be the comparison of this measurement of visual. I'm this age and that person's that age. And that's a measurement in terms of our intellect, because we think that, oh, when I was that age, I was like this. Or if I was that age, I could be like this. This is all intellectual reasoning. Yet, it's also what allows us to separate each other. So this is when I look at someone with this measurement, I see the difference between myself and another, and you can see this for yourself. Whether people do it in terms of color, race, religion, nationality, anything, we do this. And then remember, there's something beyond the intellect that is an intuitive space that is more about unity. And you know I love unity. So this next quotation is definitely something that I thought was applicable in this video, only because of the flow of thoughts through this mind. And I thought I'd just put it out for your reflection on this because a lot of people think that no, I'm very fair. I'm a really good person. I'm kind to everyone. I'm really, really good that way. And I'm talking about this measurement and to see whether we are measuring with our senses and what is it that we can measure, and our minds will do this. So I thought I'd put this quotation out to you to reflect on. It says, the measure of success is not whether you have a tough problem to deal with, but whether it is the same problem you had last year. You have a concern with, I'm not happy with my job. And if it's the same concern that you had last year, then you're measuring that, wow, nothing has changed. And most people will find this about things, that I'm a good person except with people like this, except when someone treats me like this, except this. So today, when you're looking to see how do you measure your own life, measure your own success, and do you compare with others and then measure that because I look this way, because I don't look this way. And again, remember, all of those spaces are ego spaces. And this would include all of the senses. So imagine if someone is very good with singing, they will compare how they sing compared to another person, how it sounds. They might compare how they play an instrument compared to how another person plays. It's with the ears. Someone might compare their speaking, as I said, with languages, with another person. So this is with speaking, this voice. And when we realize this, that all of our senses are limiting and all of our senses have a tendency to separate us. And when we're not using our senses, we're out of our mind. No. Literally, the mind is coming through all of our senses to allow us to perceive. And then the mind is also the one that judges, which is that intellect sort of area of the brain that is thinking about, well, I can rationalize this because this type of community was not good to my community. So that sort of idea, which is of course what leads to wars. It also, this person took my job, and so there's that comparison because they're closer with the boss. They get them coffees every morning, whichever way. The mind measures and looks at this through our senses. So today I'd like you to think about and reflect on, are you today using your senses to measure the world around you? Or are you going somewhere beyond that? Because that's the space of true magic. And I would love for you to experience this. And of course, I feel meditation helps. And getting over our emotional layer helps a lot too. And this is what I work with. I thought today I would end with this quotation by Nikola Tesla. And this is a very wise mind. And he said, to know each other, we must reach beyond the sphere of our sense perceptions. And remember, this is the man that believes everything is related to energy. I do too. And if you do, test yourself to see how much energy are you expending in measuring yourself with others or other things and measuring others on the same sort of scales. And how much are you not benefiting from moving into that intuitive space, which is beyond measure. And it is fabulous. I look forward to speaking with anyone if you've got any questions about this. And otherwise, I wish you a fabulous day ahead. Again, bonus points for anyone who knows where I am, and write it under the YouTube channel if you can, if you're interested, if you watch to the end of this video. I wish you a fabulous day, and I do hope you remember, transform your mind and transform your life. Have a great day, everyone.